Welcome back, everyone, to day 2 of our look at learning from successful and unsuccessful dentists. Yesterday, we looked at practices that you can emulate from successful dentists. When we come back, I want to look at the mistakes that you want to avoid. Welcome back here on Thursday, August 28th. I hope you've already watched yesterday's podcast. If you have not, I'd encourage you to rewind and watch yesterday's before you watch today's, because it'll give you a little bit of perspective and tips on how to improve your practice. You may have seen some things that you're already doing, and if so, keep doing them. Today, we're going to look at the 5 mistakes that unsuccessful dentists do and help you avoid them. So let's jump right in. Number 1, be like everybody else. So if your competitors have a big ad in the phone book, you get a big ad in the phone book. If your competitors advertise gentle dentistry, you're also advertising gentle dentistry. This Me Too mentality comes about because dentists think that they have to do what others are doing in order to compete. In fact, just the opposite is true. Too many people doing the same thing are a herd, and no one stands out. When you have everybody doing the same strategy or using the same phrase, what you have is rapid dilution of that strategy. Instead, look for things that none of your competitors are doing and how you can use them to get your name out. Number 2, thinking marketing is a waste of time and patients are just going to find you. Back in the 60s and 70s and even 80s, I hear a lot of older dentists that say, "Yeah, Colin, I just hung my shingle out and patients came in." Well, it's a lot different ballgame. Your patient-to-doctor ratio is significantly different than it was 20 years ago, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, we didn't have the internet we have today. We didn't have videos. We didn't have online reviews. Nowadays, patients just go online. Nowadays, we're busier than ever. On the opposite end of the spectrum are dentists who don't market at all because other dentists aren't marketing maybe, or one of our clients told us that his state dental association said during one of its meetings that marketing is a waste of time. Our client just laughed and he thought about his $200,000 sports car. Waste of time, right? Perhaps there was a gentleman's agreement once upon a time that dentists wouldn't market, but that time is long gone. There's nothing unseemly about letting people know that you can solve their problems, marketing ethically. Expecting them to figure out which dentist to see without any information is unseemly. Number 3, overspending on new techniques and new equipment before you've established your practice. I see too many dentists that jump right in and try to bring in, the latest equipment and do a lot of training right up front, and they try to build this Taj Mahal practice. They try to build Rome in a day. You can perform 15 different high-end procedures and have the best equipment money can buy, and you're $1 million in debt and don't have any patients, and they can't figure out why they have a cash flow problem. Training is great and equipment's great, but you've got to have a solid business plan that includes realistic patient growth before growing crazy on equipment and expensive CE. Because equipment and expensive CE themselves aren't going to bring you in new patients. You have to let people know about the benefits of what you do today if you want to start increasing your practice. Number 4, expecting someone else to solve your problems and expecting them to do it quickly. When we sign up a new client, we have an 18-month contract. There's a couple reasons for this. First off, education-based marketing and search engine optimization don't happen immediately. Internet marketing is not a quick fix. It works, but it takes time. Anyone that tells you their system will double your practice in 2 months or 3 months or get you number 1 to Google in 2 weeks, take it with a grain of salt. Don't fall for it. Number 5, they want to do everything in business except dentistry. I did a podcast a month and a half ago where I took 2 industry leaders to town for saying that dentists should spend less time practicing dentistry and more time marketing. Dentistry is your business. Everything else is ancillary to that. Dentistry is what brings in your money. If you'd rather spend your time, developing your website and blogging and tweeting and doing all these other things, that's fine. But realize that you're not billing your time out at $800 or $1,000 or $1,500 an hour while you're doing those tweets on Twitter. Don't be surprised when your practice suffers. While you're spending time promoting the practice, there isn't much of a practice to promote if you're not there seeing patients. So I hope these two lists have given you a little perspective on what we see in the top 1%ers versus some of the guys that, have not been able to make it, unfortunately, in practice. If you're ready to discover what my clients know about attracting patients online, check out what I offer to serious dentists, the Patient Attraction Blueprint Session. Check it out. Go to smartboxwebmarketing.com/blueprint to learn more. Until next time, keep moving forward.